Hi folks, welcome to the Sabre Zone. This is a video on this channel that always discusses what you had to say and how you said it. And I got my final video. My God, I swear guys, these feel like an hour each. My goodness, I gotta go lie down again. Can't believe it, I thought I was feeling better. All right, let's take a look at this clip. And a shout out goes to Joseph Sultana. He goes, I know you already said you wouldn't sign people to big contracts, but what if it was Johnny Hockey? Personally, I would love to have him here, but I wouldn't do a long-term contract because of how much he would be making. I would do a short-term. I wouldn't do a short-term either, but right in the middle at about 4 years would be good for me. And Joseph, I like that idea. So let's round it off and say 5, because I don't think he'd sign for 4. I just don't. I think he knows he can get 7, most likely, but you know, he might do 5. You know, when it comes to a talent like Johnny Hockey, if we can get him, we'd be crazy not to. You know, it would be against everything I'm believing when it comes to this rebuild that Adams is doing. But I would understand why they did it if they went and got Johnny Gaudreau. I'd have to. I mean, I think we'd all be so thrilled, you know, like, because we know it's not going to be like Taylor Hall where he's invisible. It wouldn't be like that. This guy would fit in perfect in our lineup, perfect. You know, he'd be like the modern day Danny Briere that gets more points. So he would absolutely be a perfect fit in Buffalo. Now, that's kind of the moral of this video, though. Do we do a long-term deal, guys? If it's a stud and we can get him and he's willing to come here, do we sign him? It's a tough one, eh? It is, because you desperately want to get these players. You know, you want to get these superstars on your team, but you also have to realize what the plan is. You know, we've got contracts coming into play in the future, and we already have some good talent on this team. But I would say, I would actually, like Joseph's saying here, oh, sorry guys. Like he's saying here, I would absolutely, yes. Yeah, I'd be all for it. I'd have to. I'd have to like go for it, I guess, you know. I think I would be second guessing it if we did, though. I'd be like, oh, you know, long term, it scares me. It does. But at some point you can't be scared and you got to go all in. So if it's a player like Johnny Gaudreau, and we could get him on a 5 to 6 year deal even, which is pushing it, I would do it. Yeah, I would do it. And we'd have to figure out the money as other salaries fall. Like, we know that we're going to be, what's his name's going to be off the books very soon. Okposo will be off the books, you know. So there will be some contracts coming off the books that we can open the money for a guy like Gaudreau. There's just no way we can't if we're smart with the money. That would be up to Adams. It would be, because I would have to just trust Adams knows what he's doing if he did something like this. I would be happy it's not me that had to make the decision and it's him, you know, because it just would make it. I'd be second guessing a lot of things both ways. You know, how could have we not signed him? We had a chance to sign this guy. That would be driving me nuts. Then be another side of it, saying, oh my God, we signed this guy to like 7 years and he's gonna make like 9 million or whatever. Who knows what he's gonna make, you know? He's gonna make a lot, guys. He's gonna make a lot. But my goodness, would that put us on the map right away as a contender to make the playoffs? Right away. I think we'd all expect to make the playoffs if we signed Gaudreau this offseason. I think all of us, it would be fair to think that. You know, so I think that's something that I guarantee it'll be a 50-50 split with you guys. You guys are going to be like, you know, like, yes, it's like, I'm not crazy about long-term deals, guys, because all of a sudden there's a cliff. Okay, there's a cliff, and it always shows up sooner or later. It does. These players that like were complete 100-point studs become 45, 50-point guys, and that's it after that. And, you know, so I don't know how long I'd want to give him. Joseph, if we could get him for 4 years, like you're saying, of course, I'd jump all over that, jump all over it. I don't think we could get him for 4 years. You know, I think it would probably 5 minimum. I'm guessing 6 he'd want. He's probably going to want 7. So, you know, he's going to want 6 and up for sure. I'm absolutely sure of it. You know, and will Calgary lock him in? He keeps talking about if he wants to stay there, right? So I don't just want to look at just the Gaudreau, though. What about anybody that you guys want long-term that we, let's say you think we can't get him. What if we could? Would we do it? Should we do it? You know? What do you guys think? Because really, this is what it comes down to. I mean, just an opinion, right? Odds are in these type of situations, are we really going to get Johnny Gaudreau? Probably not. But what if we could? I didn't think we were going to get Taylor Hall a few years ago. I didn't. I wasn't even thinking about getting Taylor Hall. When I heard we did, I was like, oh my God. I said, really, you know? I just didn't realize Taylor Hall was the Tin Man, you know? I just didn't know. I didn't realize how bad until some Jersey fans came over to my channel and said, Wayne, you don't want this guy. Like, you know, so, and they were right, you know. I think it was Bender Dundat came over and said this. It was like, you don't want this guy. You don't want this guy. So could we, if we could get him, do we do it, guys? Johnny Gaudreau, let's say 5 years, because 4 years we'll never get him for 4. It's just not realistic. 5 or 6 years, say times, I'll leave it at 8.5 a year, 6 years. Would you guys go for this idea? You guys let me know. All right, that's it. Good idea, Joseph. I enjoyed this one too, really. I'm glad I got some videos out to you guys finally. My apologies, guys. Really, I've been so beat up that just I'm taking it a shave at a time, a day at a time. I'll be home tomorrow again, God. And I'll try to get some more videos up for you guys tomorrow night. Let's see what happens in tonight's game. Let's see if the champs get back into this and make a series of it. And see if I call that Game 7 in overtime right. I want to see that once in my lifetime happen. All right, I'm rambling. Have a great night, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a good one.